version of you that is trying to emerge that your old habits can't support anymore. If this is resonating with you, if you're a spiritually led entrepreneur, stay with me. We're going to talk about what's happening for you, why suddenly your old habits are holding you back, and you really got to confront certain things, okay? So the big thing that's coming up around this is that you are working through a whole new dimension when it comes to your finances. But because there's still a part of you that is still living in security consciousness, that whole dimension is unable to penetrate the cells of your body and enter into your everyday life manifestations. It's sitting in the ethers, in your iCloud of your higher consciousness, and it is wanting to come through, but your old ideas and habits around money are keeping this blocked from coming in. And what needs to change is how you are approaching money. You have to come to the realization that God has you when it comes to your wealth. There is some part of you that is still living in scarcity, that is afraid. Maybe the way that you spend is just being really cheap, or maybe you're just not spending enough money on things that are actually necessary and valuable for you, or maybe you're just so afraid that every single day you're waking up feeling like you're not going to ever have enough to really live a good life. And none of that is based on truth. That's based on fear, right? You have to treat wealth as sacred energy. I'm just going to get right to my notes here, okay? Money is a vessel for impact, not control. This is why you have to use it consciously to expand your light and to uplift others rather than operate from lack, okay? You want to open to being the channel. You are not the source. You are the conduit, okay? So the more you surrender to the divine flow, the easier abundance, support, and resources are able to pour through you, okay? So some of the blocks that I'm seeing around this are a fear of lack, which we just talked about, really worrying that there's not enough resources, customers, clients, or money to support your vision. Maybe you have a slight feeling of unworthiness. Maybe you feel unworthy of financial abundance, especially if you are equating your spirituality with sacrifice. And if you do have a spiritually oriented business, like if you're a healer or like an intuitive coach like I am, it might feel weird for you to receive money for something that you do that comes from your spirituality, but God wants you to merge everything in your spirituality into your 3D reality and see that they are one. They are not separate, okay? Also, if you are somebody who struggles with control issues, struggling to trust that funding or opportunities will arrive for you in divine timing, leading to over-efforting and burnout. If this is you, it's time for you to shift from scarcity to an abundant mindset, okay? Trust that wealth is an energetic flow and it's not something that you need to chase. You want to reframe receiving as an act of service. The more that you receive, the greater impact that you create, okay? Also, taking aligned action is important. First, you want to take the aligned action, then you want to surrender the outcome, and just trust that the divine timing will support in those gaps, okay? So your affirmation is that I'm open to receiving divine support at all times. Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty of all of this. I'm going to throw this on the floor. Okay, so the big thing that's coming up for you around this is starting to learn how to lead with your heart. If you're somebody who's used to comparing yourself to others, I just see somebody who's like making themselves really, really small, and you're putting yourself in a box, and this box is really keeping you like almost like short of breath, because I'm seeing like you're not getting enough air, you're not getting enough sunshine, you're not able to actually expand your auric field because you're just keeping yourself so cluttered and so stuck. And the reason you're doing this is because you feel like you have to put yourself in a box because you're comparing yourself to everyone else, and you're saying, well, they're in this category, and this person's in that category, and this person's operating in that category. So if I don't operate in one of those three categories, then that makes me not able to fully shine, right? So that's not true though. You're meant to shine. You're like here to create your own category, okay? And not compare yourself to the other categories that other people represent. This is keeping you separate from your authenticity. So you really want to make sure that when you're running your business, you're leading from your heart space. And when you're leading from your heart space, it's not about what anybody thinks or criticizes. None of that matters. What matters is that you are in liberation because you finally free yourself to love yourself enough to share yourself from that heart space. And this is really tied into your abundance as well. Okay. Also, you're going through a lesson where you're learning that emotional mastery is a spiritual process. It's not actually a personality trait. Emotional mastery is recognizing that your emotions might want to have a say and have their own feelings, and all kinds of chaotic moods come up, but none of those own you and none of those are you. They're just little parts of you that are trying to scream out for attention. But if you can connect with your purpose at a deeper level, this is something we talk about in my Soulpreneur Institute, is that when you're run by your emotions and your moods, your business is never going to thrive because your business needs to be stabilized. And if your emotional body is tethered into your business body in that kind of a chaotic way, it's going to be very hard for you to consistently show up in your business because your emotions are going to be taking you in all kinds of directions. Okay, sometimes your emotions are really great indicators of things, but other times they're here just to try to create more self-doubt or illusion around what you're doing, which is causing you to second guess yourself. Okay, so I want you to focus on generating this level of emotional mastery as you move through life right now, so you can be stabilized in your business and really understand that you do deserve to receive the abundance that your business can generate for you. Okay, one way in which you can accelerate this I got for you is that you can hold your payment methods. So whether it's a debit card or a credit card or whatever it is, hold it and like literally bless it and say, God blesses my bank account, God blesses my credit cards, God blesses everything that I use to spend money or to create money from, my PayPal account, whatever it is. Bless it and say, thank you, God, for expanding this further and further and further, and see it being infused with all this light like a ceremony that you do, and see all the light of God moving through all the different numbers and all the different streams of income and working its magic through your entire payment structure so that it gets a boost. Your boost, I'm feeling it as I'm saying it, your boost is actually going to start feeling like it's just part of your everyday reality, okay? This boost is here to invigorate finances through your world. And I actually feel like just by listening to this, a bunch of you are gonna go out and suddenly manifest money. Like that's just what I'm getting, all right? So let me know in the comments if that happens. Okay, the other thing that's showing up as a fear for you is that your fear of launching or just putting yourself out there is scary because you don't want to fail in the public. So some of you guys have like a really big fear of the public and how the public can take you down, how the public can, run your name through the mud. Maybe you pay a lot of attention to those stories. I know I used to do that for a while, where it's like this person's name was like, run through the mud, but then later in life, they were able to show that none of the accusations against them or whatnot were true. What I will say is that if you have a fear of the public, just acknowledge what those fears are. What are you afraid that the public is going to learn about you or say about you? And just see if you can actually feel the whole public saying that about you. And if you can relax into that and be like, okay, that's not so bad. I'm still going to do me, And if you can really feel into that kind of experience, you guys can probably tell I'm an NLP master practitioner. I love working in these imaginary realms and also just feeling how when our fears do manifest, if they manifest, that they're not so bad, right? Also, someone told you recently that you're playing small, and when they told this to you, maybe they didn't say it in those exact words, but when they told this to you, it looks like it woke up some kind of power inside of you. Okay, so I don't know if someone said to you like, oh yeah, well you're just, maybe they just reflected it to you like, yeah, you're just going to take years and years to do the thing you want to do. That's cool. We're all used to it by now. Or you're just going to complain that you never have enough money, and okay, we're cool. We're just going to listen to you because we're your friends. Or, someone said something that just reflected back to you your own misery. And something inside you was like, oh, I don't want to be that person anymore. Screw that. Like, this isn't me. This doesn't feel good to me. It's icky that people are even seeing this in me. And I feel like you're getting all these kind of like activations and they're uncomfortable, but it's as a result of this person saying this to you, okay? So you're really needing to make some big decisions right now around your finances and around how you're willing to hold your emotional maturity and how you're willing to confront your fear of the public. And all of these are going to result in a completely new reality for you once you've actually moved through some of these hurdles, okay? So just a reminder that you are here to lead with your heart. cut all the comparison out. You know, sometimes what you can do is, I don't know, I love doing stuff like this where it's just like, you know, you write down on a piece of paper, like, I compare myself to, and just literally write their names out, right? And I compare myself to this person because they have this and I don't. I compare myself to this person because they have this and I don't. And then what you can do is, after you write that list, and be like, none of these things matter because this is what I am, right? And literally write down all the unique parts of you that maybe these people don't have, right? And what you'll notice is that they're all in their own category, but you're also in your own category. And this whole journaling process is going to illuminate to you that I don't need to be like them because I got my own thing going for me, and that's enough. Okay, so that's just a journaling session that's coming through right now for those of you guys who journal. Also, if you're needing to make a decision around how to spend money or invest money, first you need to go into a meditation where you feel abundant, because it's going to be hard for you to get clarity if you're trying to make a financial decision from a place of insecurity. All right. For those of you guys who are really struggling with this, I've mentioned this before. I do have 33 wealth code activations. I've had incredible testimonials. One girl told me she said she signed like $20,000 worth of clients after like day 2 of this whole 33 wealth code activations. They just get delivered to your inbox. You can sign up through wealthcodeactivations.com. This is a game changer that I've heard from a lot of people that have tried it. Okay, so definitely check that out. Also, for those of you guys who are afraid of your emotions, I'm also getting a message that you need to make peace with the way that you're feeling, because it's almost like the reason that your emotions kind of take over is because you avoid them. It's kind of interesting. It's almost like by avoiding your emotions, you make them last longer and they become more chaotic because they're not being confronted. So you can do this in so many different ways. You can tell I have a background in running workshops because of all the things I suggest, but honestly, this one's really fun. So what you can do is you can actually get a bunch of balloons, okay? And you can color, like we blow up all the balloons, right? And then I want you to actually draw with a marker on all the balloons the face or the feeling that you have inside of you, okay? Some ugly feeling, right? Like whether it's anger or frustration or feeling neglected or feeling rejected, whatever it is, right? Like write it down on the balloon. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna say, okay, I'm ready to release this part of me, and then just go pop the balloon and just let the air all come out and just feel your entire body go through this like cathartic experience of releasing that feeling of rejection, and let it move through. You can do a little dance or something. Whew, I say things and then I feel them. So yeah, this is, one fun way that you can do this practice. I'm going to drop a code in for you guys today. So all you have to do is to just get into a nice receptive state. Put your palms facing up over your lap if you like. Just give me permission to work on you. I'm going to throw my pen on the table here so I can use my hands. And we're just going to connect to your energy field. So this particular code is one that I got that came through. It's called the Overflow Body Code. The Overflow Body Code says that your wealth expands at the pace that your nervous system feels safe to hold it. So a lot of you guys are literally like not holding in a lot of wealth right now because your nervous system is like really wired and it's really feeling this protective energy. Okay, so we do need to like first drop you into your heart space, and then we're going to expand your central nervous system's ability to receive wealth. And all you have to do is just sit back and release it. I'll share what comes up and then we'll finish off here. So thank you for letting me connect. So I'm going to ask the hand of God to move into your heart space. Ooh, I see all those emotions. Let's just bring all those emotions to the surface. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Okay, we're going to do the tornado release. For those of you guys who know my book, Elemental Wellness, you can check it out. I've got the whole tornado release meditation in this book. It explains everything through my YouTube channel as well. You can just go to the Elemental Wellness playlist. But what I'm doing is this whole tornado release is we're dropping a tornado around your energy body, and we're just pulling out all of these unnecessary negative emotions that have been sweeping you off your feet. We're just going to ask all of these non-divine emotions that have been holding you back to go back to God. Thank you very much. And now we can open your heart space. You can even tap on your heart if you wish to just connect with this. We're going to feel your heart opening up. Feel your heart engine coming on. Feel your heart's engine coming online. It's like, yeah, let's go with this life. Let's love, let's receive, let's be joyful, let's experience each other, let's grow. It's like a really nice feeling. Okay, now the heart's opening up, which is beautiful. Okay, so we're going to go next into the central nervous system. Yeah, there's a lot of holding here. We're going to ask the hand of God to release any part of your central nervous system that is holding and keeping you small. We're going to expand your energy, expand your wealth body, expand your nervous system ceiling so that you can receive more and more and more wealth, and really hold it down, like ground it through all the way down to the bottoms of your feet, through into the earth. All right, and now you should just feel like your breath is actually moving through your body easier. Fundamentally, that's what I'm getting, is the signifying validation that this worked for you. Okay, so just allow yourself to breathe deeper, feel your lungs expanding on your breath, and just feel life starting to work through you more. Because it's like some of you guys were holding back from the beauty and abundance of life, and it's like, I can have it all now. You can have it all. Receive, receive, receive. You deserve it. Wonderful. All right. We'll just ground that through your body. Definitely please share in the comments if this resonated with you and what you felt. Definitely like and subscribe if this channel is resonating with you. Tell your entrepreneur friends as well. Okay. Check me out at soulpreneurinstitute.com if you want to learn more about our institute and what we teach every week. And if you want to connect with me for personal support, you can reach me at theselinamoonproject@gmail.com. Wonderful. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time.